Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerdlings of all ages, welcome to the DreamHack PUBG Showdown. My name is Jorisar, and we are watching game number 1 of 6 in tonight's games, where only 4 teams out of 16 in this lobby will make it through to the main event. This is, of course, qualifier day number 3. We're going to see Miramar, followed by Erangel as our 6 maps today. And our 4 winners, of course, who progress to the next stage will be the ones that accumulate the most points over this period. Now, unfortunately, we haven't got team logos and team names, so especially if the fights are thick and fast, you might see me mention team numbers based on where they're in the game. That's fine. There are some really big teams in here as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how 22 Esports, how Placeholder, how Haiku, how Redline, the Sauna Boys. There's a lot of people in this game who, frankly, in any other lobby would be like, yes, these guys are top 4. But there are more than 4 of them here, which is going to make things very interesting indeed. We can already see 2 teams, 4 and 8, dropping, sharing sort of the northern half of Los Leones there. And then we've got the team that we were talking about earlier on, team number 5, which is Redline, who are the southern part of that. The first circle is going to be in the southeastern quadrant. I'm looking for opportunities for where we have anyone sort of dropping together. Not really, to be honest. We've got Hazarton, Macandark, Opg, and Faye taking Chumacera with Molman and co. actually right outside, so that could be quite fun. Danilo in here as well. Lots and lots of big names. Pixin, Vandal, Trash Can, and Blanky Bants are in Minas, reasonably close to Kaitis in Graveyard, but no one's actually fighting just yet. Everyone's being very calm. The Sauna Boys have taken El Pozo, their team number 16 in game number 1. God knows what this kind of split is. Lacob and Cruz, what even is going on there? I think Forge 2K might have jumped a little bit late for his teammates' liking, but I don't think there are going to be any major consequences, at least, as we begin game number 1. Potential for a small problem here, though, as Choke rocks up in the same compound as Gitona. He's going to have to decide what sort of angles they want to hold. I wonder if Choke's going to realize, hang on a second, this is probably just looted, and I should be very wary. A Vector can kill people very quickly. One of my favorite weapons, the Vector, but honestly, if you miss the first couple of shots, only 19 bullets in that magazine, you have to be a laser with it. But if you are a laser with it, you kill people very quick indeed. Choke almost going out the entrance where Gitona would have been able to get a good shot on him. But for now, we'll be surviving. Gitona still continuing to hold the exact same angle. By this red trailer, thinking about it. There we go. Mini 14 at red dot, easy as you like. And that is our first knock, and indeed our kill in game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to Team 14. Elsewhere, Val are kind of chilling out here, not really doing anything particularly offensive to the other teams in the lobby. Not yet, anyway. As we look at how everyone is going to be rotating in, this could actually end up being quite crowded indeed. We've got 2 people in a buggy pulling up to where Squad 14 are as well. In and around La Bandita, immediately going to the follow-up plan, deciding they don't want to actually be contesting this right now. Follow-up plan likely to be somewhere south. Oh dear, someone dropping out of a vehicle to get knocked near power grid. Urkis, though, should be relatively safe, I think. Daboom in the Venga bus. Reasonably close by is actually a crate. I think teammates have spotted that as well. They could well be in luck. Don't think anyone realistically is aggressively going for this. It's an AWM in full level 3 gear with an 8x scope as well, so definitely not something to be scoffed at. Good amount of damage can happen here. Blanky Bants the entirety of Team 2. Ooh. Navigating the rough terrain west of Impala. We'll be running into Freddy and co. very shortly. Potentially a danger here. Just scouting out the compound to see if anyone is there. Freddy, though, not actually firing so far. Oh. Well, he's been spotted now, that's for sure. Blanky Bants is going to fire some shots to try and tempt them out. Looks like there's only one person there. And they will know that this is probably the cavalry here to help him out a bit. They're asking if another team is about to crash in. I don't think they are. Once the vehicle rolls up and they see no shots, they're going to go, okay, that's the rest of the team coming in. We have to be careful. Oh my, Freddy actually getting taken out there by a trash can. Wasn't expecting that. Especially now that Freddy has a little bit of support. That is absolutely going to be the signal for them to move in. Vandal should be able to move up here and secure the knock. Get the point for his team. Actually opting to ignore Freddy entirely for now. Knowing that Jones is elsewhere from the trajectory of the Marauder that they saw earlier. It's going to be mega helpful. Vandal spots him. Absolutely takes him down. I saw Silas in the kill feed as well. That was up top. What is Silas doing here? Marchalik, Norcus, and I doubt a lot. Grabbing 2 kills en route in rotation by the looks of things. There's no one close to them. And now we move in on Freddy. That's 2 more kills now for Pixon and co. They'll be relatively pleased with their position in circle. Very much part of the southeast. 2 islands still technically in it, but this is also zone 1. There's a lot of opportunity here. The teams to come in late and not take too much damage. We can already see the team in Monte Nuevo actually coming down via the coastal road, following Mac and Dark and co. Gitona, who got the first kill of the game. Just holding up with their team. Next to this compound and the hay bales, they're going to be very, very comfortable. At least for now. No real issues for them, and no one really looking to push into their position as well. They're surrounded by other teams, so anyone trying to crash in are going to have to go through other teams to get to them. So it's going to be a boring game for the next couple of minutes for them, but it's also going to be quite a safe one. I don't think anyone is about to roll up and crash into them. It would be, well, it certainly won't be 50%. Oh my. Well. As soon as I say that, Kylis, who I was actually observing, gets knocked by Trash Can Monster. So, Squad 14 have to be a little wary. Losing that utility, losing those helmets, for example, and getting to 2nd and 3rd knocks, just make that down but not out revive time that much shorter. It can be rather tricky to play as a player in the late game if you've been knocked several times already. Zone 1 about to complete. Let's go ahead and see where the circle's going to move next. I reckon towards Los Leones, and it is going towards Los Leones. So these guys are going to have to move further south. We might actually see an early rotation from these northern teams. Just see them maybe occupy this kind of area here. That's really where I'm looking. This is where I expect a lot of teams to move in. 22 Esports already eyeing that sort of place up. You can see that. Also got... ooh, this is going to be entertaining. Team 2 moving out at the same time as Team 1. Both teams wanting to have a monopoly on the possible positions they can grab and anchor themselves at next. Looks like Team 1 have been split at the moment, though. 2 ahead and 2 behind of Team 2 at the moment. Soxy and Lolita are the ones in front. It looks like they're going to be in hot pursuit. Oh. Just going to fix that there. All good. Who else is rotating here? Oh, my. Well, we do actually have to watch this. They're just trying to get a couple of shots before Team 1 get a little too far ahead. They will succeed in doing some damage, but damage is it. No knocks or anything like that here. Unfortunately. Team 3 are now looking to push in to G-Toner and Co. Team 14. Good grenade. 44 damage onto G-Toner. He's able to get to the corner and prone. Splitting attention between there and here, though. And that's Sanchez with a good amount of damage from very, very far downtown. First is going to go for a cooked nade into the shack. Gets it. That's Dunlopper down. Carlos is back down to support here. Bebu trying to defend inside the main house will go down. Hobbiters now trying to hold the fort for Team 3. They're into the main house, but only 2 of them are up. First is out of the game. Fancy Pants also gone. Dunlopper now getting rezzed. Giving these guys time to breathe is actually allowing them to gain the upper hand in the fight, slowly but surely. 3 people left on Team 14. Babu, the only player who's both down and out at this point. They've got the low ground, but the real question is who's got the utility. 2 frag grenades and 7 smokes here. 5 smokes for G-Toner. Dunlopper's got a frag and 2 mollies as well. So there's definitely opportunity for them to get to a better position. Daboom is trying to hold an off angle. Hobbitez is stuck inside that house now. So Daboom really needs a knock. Try and buy himself an opening. Team 3 thought they would be able to just hop in here, get the damage done, whisk themselves away. Hasn't worked out that way. Not at all. We need a bailout plan for Hobbitez, and we haven't got one as things stand. Hobbitez has got the top floor, though, and it makes things extremely difficult for anyone to push up, at least. Dunlopper spotted. Shot at, and unfortunately, that instantly triggers the third party. Sanchez has gotten a lot closer to this fight. Team 4 feeling the urge, but with only a 2x on the Mini 14, I feel like Sanchez would be wiser to back off at least for now because of the presence of multiple teams. Kenpachi as well, being shot at by a teammate, and suddenly Team 4 find themselves effectively in the middle of about 3 different teams. I'm not sure this is the greatest idea, but this is certainly going to be where all of the action is. Because bear in mind, this is outside a circle as well. Everyone is going to have to move. Everybody. Here comes the push into the house. This is what we're waiting for. A little bit of a moment of truth here. And Hobbitez goes down inside the house. G-Toner will get the knock and the kill. Very difficult when 3 different players are pushing up onto you. Daboom goes down to Sanchez as well, leaving Team 3 eliminated in 16th place here in game number 1. Sanchez still has the opportunity to try and go for more. However, they're going to need the rest of the team to support. And interestingly, Team 4 are now starting to collapse in on this. They're nowhere near as split as they were before. They've got a decent position. They've got good vision of the vehicles that Team 14 would want to use to escape with. So not just third partying, but waiting until the correct moment to third party. Seems to be doing them quite well so far. Kylus leaps out. Mistake. Sanchez managing to get that cleaned up real quick. Here comes the Blues out. This is phase 3. Phase 3 in an esports circle is rough. G-Toner goes down, leaving only Dunlopper. Maybe we... Oh, we don't actually have a frag or a Molotov. 1 player left up there. Dunlopper has to heal before going to G-Toner's aid. Trying to rush out. Mystic sees him. Sanchez will probably get out of the vehicle and attempt to help. DMS now trying to finish off Dunlopper so these guys can go. That Murado being secure is quite big for Team 4. Ooh, Dunlopper with a 6-shot onto Messinic. Forcing the res. The follow-up frag actually gets him to about 50% health. DMS will be able to get them up, and that is team number 14 out. But my god, how on earth are they going to get into zone? The answer is not that way, because Silas and Co. from Team 10 absolutely demolish him as he gets into zone. So the question is now going to be asked, for the rest of Team 4 as well. What on earth are you going to do with this? 6 and 13, relatively close inside Los Leones. They're around the southern edge. Everyone else, 14 teams, seem to be playing relatively well. And remember I was talking about this southern part here, guys? Well, guess what? That's exactly where the circle is going. 22 esports. The southeastern edge of circle will be just fine. Messinic also going down now to squad 10 as well. This leaves DMS trying to hold on to his team. And, you know, they've got 5 kills this game. They've definitely got some points, but they want to be able to get into the placement points as well. And as things currently stand, with 3 damage being dealt per second, DMS is going to be in struggle bear mode with squad 10 absolutely gatekeeping every possible move they can do. And with 25 seconds remaining until this becomes phase 4, and that being the other side as well, I think DMS might be done for at this point. Squad 2 and 1 having a little bit of a disagreement. Soxy goes down to a well-placed frag grenade. We're watching Vandal right now managing to get a second hit. This is big. 2 of the teams that we expect to do well here today fighting very early on the first game of Miramar. That's Go Black with an excellent peek. Second peek just to confirm that he's there. And that's actually squad number 2 eliminated. There goes Vandal and Blanky Blanks. Lolita is resable, I think. But that is it. Team 1 are now down to 2 players. They've got 3 kills so far. DMS is going to survive as long as he possibly can. 1 med kit and 2 first aid so far. Well, that's all they've got left. But it's entirely possible they actually get towards zone because squad 10 has actually moved away. So we'll see. We will see. All sorts of action so far in game number 1, but not that many teams gone. We're still with 13 here at the 17-minute mark of the game. Now, we haven't given this squad that much love yet. We haven't been looking at their section of the map, simply put. Team 9, Hazardton, Opg, Macandark, and Faye, otherwise known as Placeholder, I do believe. These guys are one of the favorites to make it out. But favorites doesn't necessarily mean that much when there are 6 or 7 possible teams people are expecting to make it out, and only 4 spots. So they've definitely got a lot of work to do. Kearney goes down. Courtesy of 836. That is 1 fewer team making it through to the points. Got another couple of shots going out here, specifically from Team 5 and Marv. Nail Up & Co. from Redline EU doing a tremendous job here, and certainly are also one of the teams that we're looking forward to seeing do quite well. Wow. And several of the teams that we think should be right up there are now starting to properly hack away at each other. That was 22 esports there, onto Team 10. Team 5 even, apologies. And everybody is struggling now. On this eastern edge of the circle. Siler's also in the blue. This is phase 4. This is not pleasant. And he's got Go Black for company in the blue as well. My god. I don't know what he's going to be able to do here, but once phase 4 shots, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt hard. Next circle, by the way, I'm expecting to probably go south once more, just because this is a massive hill. Trying to get some hits onto Cubetinos. Won't get the knock at the moment, and look at how much damage this circle is doing. Cubetinos actually will be able to collect the point as Team 10 are eliminated. Big oofs there. Not much you can do from that far outside the circle, unfortunately. So it really is a better luck next time a kind of moment, unfortunately. We'll see where they end up going next time around, because that is indeed when we need to be waiting. It's actually gone north. I beg your pardon. Now, I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting it to go towards where Squad 9 and Squad 11 are. Instead, we're centering in on this massive mountain, which is going to be very interesting, because a team that, for example, has this position right here should be fine from the low ground. They're susceptible to people coming over the edge, but it's just such an open, flat top. Look at this. No one really wants to claim this for their own because there are so many different directions they actually have to focus on. It's not ideal. You want to be able to tell your team to focus, to look for players in a specific direction. So I think actually playing the edge on this circle is going to end up being more popular. Squad 9 are now moving, but it remains to be seen whether they're going to move in such a way that they just want to stay on edge, or if they're going to try and send it full center. Danilo's got eyes. And Faye has had, unfortunately, wheels shot off. Sakura manages to spot Magebane, almost gets the flush as well. You don't think you'll quite do it. That's a really, really nice shot from Sakura there. As Team 16 come in to third party. Faye now getting up close and personal, absolutely wrecking Moleman there. Before reviving Mac and Dark. A lot of respect between these two teams, I'm sure, but they have to get the job done if they want to take this compound, which is going to end up being very crucial to their survival later on in the game. As you guys can see, a lot of names very familiar to people up and down the PUBG scene here. And as a result, even though this is a qualifier, it's got all the caliber and all of the skill of a main event. And this is just game number 1 of 6. So strap yourselves in, there's plenty more action where this is coming from. The rest of Team 11 have now taken the high ground. Magebane will get the revive. Hazatan, unfortunately, is well and truly done for, as you can see, just there on the edge of the blue. No real way to revive. Misa from the Sauna Boys is actually going to be the one to clean that up. Team 11, oh, I thought they were down to a duo, so I do beg your pardon. They're actually down to a trio. Moleman, the only person going down. I thought Old Tabba was down as well, but entirely my bad. Magebane, Old Tabba, and Danilo are all up. And with the high ground, they've got a decent chance of gatekeeping here. This is going to get very messy very quickly. Misa now pushing in. The Sauna Boys have decided enough is enough! 2 different directions. A little bit too much for Magebane. Xenix, what are you doing here? Oh my god! This is not a third party you'd expect. 22 Esports are miles away. They have no business being in this fight, but that's exactly what they're doing right now. Team 9 moving further as well. The other side of the long building. Spots Kalimdor. Faye will actually get the knock shot. And Squad 12 are moving into very, very close quarters. Danilo now sneaking in from the building to go ahead and grab himself a kill. Tries to vault outside to get more points, but they cannot. Team 11 eliminated, but unfortunately Mac and Dark is going to go down in the meanwhile as well. And none of these guys are in circle yet, remember. Opg and Faye, their team have 4 points available. They are in the top 8 teams now, though, so at least they'll start to get some placements available to them. Oh, God. What is Team 12 going to do? That's what I want to know. Yeah, exactly. That blue zone is going to hurt. I don't think Riddy has a plan here, and I think the blue is indeed going to eliminate them. That's Team 12 out, choosing to engage here rather than move in. The problem is, in a lobby like this, the circle does a lot of damage. Oh, Faye's not going to like this one bit. Insta-vault, wanting to get the hell out of dodge there. And he is the sole survivor for Team 9. Oh, dear. And if that wasn't enough, the Sauna Boys are looking to finish him off now as well. Just about enough time for another first aid before the blue zone catches up. Faye might actually die in the blue here. He might choose to not give the point. Flashbang out. Sakura with a different angle, and it's actually... Oh, it's actually going to be Free NP who takes that kill. 836 now, by the way. They're up to 7 kills so far this game, and they've still got 3 of their number available. They've played the northwestern quadrant of the circle rather well, but now they're going to have to move in out of the blue. Red line stand between them, I think, and getting into the northern edge of the next circle. So they're really the team that they have to watch out for to their east. Marv, Nailup, Ivas, or Magarak, and Cubatinos are reasonably close. Is it Freenup? So there's Nailup and then there's Freelup maybe in this game. I don't know. I'm just going to go with free for now. Cupertinos was prone and he must have seen it. He must have seen him. Oh, goodness. He didn't actually see him there. Going after 22 Esports instead. This might actually be an opportunity for Team 5 to move in, you know. Cupertinos arguably should have shot, but held the trigger finger. Decided, hang on, we don't actually know how many are available. And Free tries to run back to support his team. Fails, unfortunately. Gets caught in the crosshairs of Nail Up. Nail is back up, as is Carl. Catching Nail Up on the off angle, but Marv should be in to help as well, and he does indeed. Eliminates the threat from Carl. Needs to get an instant smoke up onto Nail Up, and they actually have to res pretty quickly because they are inside the blue. Or, sorry, outside the next zone, I should say. Or in the blue, I suppose. 8-3-6 now struggling a little bit. Team 5 need to get the res off and decide what they want to do with the teams behind them. Never mind. The Sauna boys getting in on the action as well. And Misa, not for the first time today, has helped everyone along. That's Anonymous. And that's Marv. Cupertinos and Naila both going down as well. They were caught in a sandwich, unfortunately, in between the Sauna boys and 22 Esports, who now face off against each other. Last 3 teams left alive. We've got Go Black and Lolita. They're going up against Sauna Boys and 22 Esports for the win here. A little bit split. I would say the high ground is being firmly held by 22. Especially because Anonymous was really their last barrier to that. Misa's been spotted. Got a little bit of defilade to work with, and Sinister is trying to decide, actually, do I want to take this fight? You know what? I can afford to stay up here for a little bit longer and have a think about what I want to do, which is entirely fair enough. Squad 1. Well, these guys have had a relatively chill mid-game. They spent so long as a duo. Very, very straining at the seams sort of kill there on Dark Choice. But we'll be able to secure the kill. It's a 3v2. Although very shortly this could be a 1. No, Lola manages to get the headshot onto Sakura, which saves his teammate Go Black. That is a big, big choice there. And 22 Esports very much catapulting into the lead now in terms of being in prime position to win this game. They've still got 3 alive, remember. And they've got the high ground advantage. This is looking good. Lola spotted behind the truck. Almost going down, but not quite. Senex will be able to keep them pinned down. Go Black just off to the left. The question for me is when Misa decides to make his presence known. Misa wants these guys to fight it out. Senek must know that someone is still there. Cheeky peek by Go Black. Doesn't get any damage done and also gets spotted. He doesn't take any damage either. Oh, Misa spotted. Misa gets the knock on the Sinister. He has to go for it now. Senek just a few more hits, but unfortunately for Misa, that frag that was chucked earlier was just way too good. 129 damage. Doesn't even matter that he was only on 60 himself. And that's a 3v2 now to end the game. Squad 1 versus Squad 15. We've got an off angle there from Free Kill. Phase 9 coming in. There is the possibility of him coming in to clean up. I'm not sure if Go Black and Lolita know that someone is here. 2x scope on the M416. Here we go. Sinister staying back. Senex, the one moving forward slightly. Lolita's been spotted. Free Kill not going to stay until they stumble across him. Great Molotov! Oh my god! Really good Molotov, actually. Trading that with a good frag of their own and a flashbang as well. Senex getting very, very close now. Lolita and Black have to be careful because they can't stand up to fight Senex. They know that Free Kill is coming at them from the opposite direction, so they've got two different angles they have to watch. 180 degrees from each other, and Free Kill manages to get the first. It's just Lolita left now. And that is Senex managing to go for the backstab. Too many directions to look at once. And 22 Esports, ladies and gentlemen, with 8 kills, will secure the very first chicken dinner here in Group 1 of the DreamHack Fall PUBG Showdown. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We have team number 1, of course, Go Black, Lolita, Soxy, and Senkapao even. will finish in second. And of course, the Sauna Boys, Visa, Anonymous, Sakura, and Nookie finish the first game in third.